And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here for game number 2 of our doubleheader. South Atlantic Conference softball action between the Anderson Trojans and the Tusculum Pioneers. As we're ready here for game 2 after Tusculum took the opening game of this doubleheader by a final score of 10-2 in 5 innings. As it was the senior outfielder, Anna Alloway, walking off with a solo home run, fighting through the wind to put it over the wall in left field. As we're ready to go here for game 2, starting pitcher in game 2 for Tusculum will be number 32, as it is Keelan Reynolds. Reynolds, a freshman out of Kingston, Tennessee, as it will be the first baseman, Boatner, to step in and get things underway for the Trojans. Pitching numbers on the season for Reynolds, a 3.25 ERA, a 2-1 record. This will be your 6th start of the season. 28 innings pitched, 32 hits, 18 runs, 13 of those earned, 19 strikeouts, 14 walks. Batters hitting .278 against her on the season. As it'll be Boatner, Charter, and Hamilton to get things underway for Anderson here in the top of the first inning. Count is 1-0 to Boatner. Keelan Reynolds delivers the 1-0. As that one will miss inside. So the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. And we'll get a quick meeting here in the circle. We're in the top of the first inning in game number 2. As head coach Jody Hubner will head out. Actually going to have a chat here with the umpire in the field. Give you a look here defensively at Tusculum, how they'll line up in game number 2. Lazo at first, over at second is France. Gramp over at shortstop, Longmire over at third. And then through the outfield over in left is Smeltzer. Out in center is Maddox, Alloway in right. And then Freischmidt doing the catching. As it looks like the question here is going to be out maybe at second base. They're going to do a little bit of cosmetic work there on the field out at second. Count 2-0 here to the leadoff batter, Boatner. Boatner in game number 1 went 1 for 3. Left 4 runners on base for the Trojans. As that final line score in game 1 was 10 runs off 12 hits. No errors for Tusculum. 2 runs, 7 hits, 5 errors committed for Anderson in game 1. So back to play here. As the 2-0 going to miss outside. Anderson trying to work a leadoff walk here to start out game number 2. There's the pitch. That one in there for a called strike. It's Keelan Reynolds. Makes it a 3-1 count. Charter in the on-deck circle for the Trojans. Here's the pitch. That one is swung on. That's going to be a fair ball down the third base line. Gets out into left field, and that will be a leadoff single for Boatner.
Third baseman, number 2, Morgan Charter.
So that'll bring up Charter, the third baseman. There's Charter. They're in game number 1. It's going to take a called strike 1 here. Charter went 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Had that triple that led to the first run of the game for Anderson being scored in the top of the 3rd inning. Behind the count here, 0-1. Is that one going to miss up in the zone? Count will even up. Runner at first is Boatner after the single down the third base line. Reynolds pitch. Is going to miss inside, trying to frame that inside part of the plate. In game one, both teams had stranded a runner on base in the first, and then both teams were actually able to load the bases up in the second inning there in game one, and nobody was able to score. We didn't see our first run until the top of the third. And there's a strike called. Reynolds continuing to work here on the inner half of the plate. Gets back into the count, David up here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Freischmidt awaits the pitch as that one fought off by the batter Charter. Yeah, she'll get signs here from her head coach over there in the third base coach's box, Tommy Hewitt. Another 2-2 pitch upcoming. Tusculum looking to try to find the first out of the inning. Here's the pitch, and that one will miss high. So the count will go full here, 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch, and that one is fouled off. So an early battle here. We saw Anderson get in a late battle there in game number 1 with Emily Sappington out there in the circle. As it was a 14-pitch at bat. And now this one will miss up, and that'll be a walk. So a single and a walk is how Anderson will start off the top of the first inning here in game number 2.
Number 7, Maddie Hamilton.
As that will bring up Hamilton, the catcher. Hamilton in game 1 went 0 for 1. Worked a pair of walks. Unable to score any runs. It was Charter who scored both of those runs for Anderson in game 1. Reynolds delivers the first pitch. That's in there for a called strike right at the belt. Good pitch to start off with the at-bat to the catcher, Hamilton. Good breeze continuing to work in from center field. Working a little bit towards right field. Here's the 0-1. And maybe going to check to see if she offered at that. No check, so it'll be a ball. Started to swing at it, but unable to check. And that was Hamilton. Trojans trying to see if they can score the game's first run for a second straight game. 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. Good fastball there on the outer half of the plate, swinging right through it was Hamilton. Defensively, they were shaded straight away. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Good job by Freischmidt to block that one. Count evens up. Records for both teams coming here into game number 2. Tusculum now 17-14 overall in the season, 11-8 in the South Atlantic Conference. Anderson 26-9, and then 14-7 in conference play as that one missed. So a second consecutive batter that goes to a 3-2 count. As Keelan Reynolds trying to work through some early struggles here. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. That one is swung on, hit to third. Longmire will step on the bag, and she'll be okay with taking the lead runner for the first out of the inning. As Hamilton will reach on the fielder's choice.
Number 25, Hannah Whitaker.
So that'll bring up Hannah Whitaker. And Whitaker, she accounted for both RBIs for Anderson in game 1, went 1 for 3. Had the RBI ground out. And also had the RBI base hit. And they're in the top half of the 5th inning. So she'll get her first swing. She does swing at the first pitch. That one's going to misplay it short, and everybody will be safe as it rolled up the arm of Gramp. So bases will be loaded, one away.
Jessica Neto.
So that will bring up Neto. But before that, we'll get a meeting here in the circle for Tusculum. Taking a look here at the upcoming schedule for the Pioneers as they will close out the regular season here at Red Edmonds Field. As after the doubleheader today, Tusculum will be home this Saturday and Sunday as they will host Newberry on Saturday, 2 and 4 p.m. game times, and then on Sunday we will start at 1 and 3 against UVA Wise. And then Tusculum will actually play host to the 2021 South Atlantic Conference Softball Tournament here at Red Edmonds Field that will get underway on April 23rd and will play through on April 24th. And then taking a look ahead at the NCAA tournament, which will be held after taking a year off last year. The Southeast Regionals will be held May 19th through the 21st. And then the D2 National Championship will be held in Denver, Colorado, May 27th to the 31st. So bases loaded, one away here in the top of the first inning for the Trojans. As the batter is the second baseman, Neto. Going to try to put her team on the scoreboard first. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a called strike from Reynolds. Reynolds, the freshman out of Kingston, Tennessee. Getting the start here in game 2 after Emily Sappington picked up the win with the complete game effort in game 1. That one is swung on. Going to be up in the middle, though. That's going to plate 1. And that will be it, as it was almost gloved by Reynolds, but just eluded her and got all the way into center field. So it will be a 1-0 lead off a single from Neto. And Anderson primed for more here with just one away. As that'll bring up Cantrell. The left fielder is Cantrell, going to try to see if she can add even more to this early lead. Reynolds delivers. That one's a called strike. Again, working right at the belt. Hamilton is the runner at third. Whitaker at second. Neto at first after the RBI single. Back up the middle. Pair of singles. Nice pitch there. Changing speeds on the outer half of the plate for Keelan Reynolds. Gets ahead in the count 0-2. Anderson has had a pair of batters here in the top of the first go to full counts. Working ahead now. Here's the pitch. That'll miss over into the left-handed batter's box. Reynolds will get the signs from the third base dugout. Trying to pick up a big second out here in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. And that one is swung on. That one is hit to left. That one's going to drop. The throw will go to third, but the runners will all be safe. So it's another RBI single. Here's that one, drops in front of the left fielder. So that will bring up number 27. As that will be Middleton.
Sarah Middleton.
Middleton, who will get the start in the circle here in game number 2 for Anderson. Try to see if she can help add to an early lead that she'll get to work with going into the bottom of the first. Bases still loaded, one away, 2-0 the score. There's the pitch. That one is swung on, and that'll be fouled out of play on the left field line. Middleton went 1 for 3 with a double and a strikeout in game 1. Count 0-1 after the foul ball to start off the at-bat. Reynolds delivers, and that one chopped off the plate, fouled on the third base line. So again, Reynolds for second consecutive bat jumps ahead of the batter, 0-2. And outside of the single back up the middle by Neto, really hasn't given up hard contact. But enough for Anderson to take a 2-0 lead. This one going to miss low and away. Count will go to a ball and 2 strikes. Williams in the on-deck circle for Anderson. One-two pitch is swung on and fouled. As the catcher Freischmidt not able to hold on to it. Good job by the Trojans here in the top half of the first inning, battling at the plate. Following off some good pitches from Keelan Reynolds. And this one's going to be chopped up the middle. Gloved by Grampet short, but not going to be able to make a play. And so it'll be another single. As that will make it 3-0. As Gramp did a nice job able to get to it and keep that one in the infield.
Now batting the right fielder, number 1, Gracie Williams.
So 4 hits and 4 singles for the Trojans. We're on the top of the first. Going to get a meeting here in the circle for Tusculum. Let's take a look here and what's going on across Tusculum athletics here this afternoon. There's both tennis programs in action today in the quarterfinals of the South Atlantic Conference Tournament. As the women's tennis team picking up a 4-3 win as they upset third-seeded Lenore Rhine. And on the men's side, Tusculum picking up a 4-0 win, shutting out Lincoln Memorial. As both teams advancing on to the semifinals. And for the Tusculum women, they will play Queens tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. As we're ready to go back to play here. And for the men, they will also face off against Queens in the semifinals. This one is swung on. It's going to be a ground ball. The throw comes home. Tusculum will get the force out. Nice job by Grant. And in between hop there, and she made the accurate throw home that was fielded by Freischmidt. So both tennis teams win and advance to face Queens tomorrow in the semifinals of the South Atlantic Conference Women's and Men's Tennis Championships.
Pinch hitting for the Trojans, number 14, Taylor Fairclough.
Going to get a pinch hitter here for Anderson. Right away in the top of the first inning, as it'll be Taylor Fairclough, the freshman out of Cairo, Georgia. With Anderson out to an early 3-0 lead. As that one will be in there for a called strike. First time that we have seen Fairclough here in this one. Fairclough on the season. Batting .294, 5 hits and 17 at-bats. No home runs, no RBIs. All 5 of those hits have been singles. This one chopped fouled on the third base line. So a chance for Fairclough to get an at-bat here, try to come up with her first RBIs of the season. She can come up with a 2-out hit. Behind the count, though, 0-2. Keelan Reynolds trying to get out of the inning for Tusculum, allowing just the 3 runs, leaving the bases loaded. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that one is swung on. A chopper to Grandpa short. That's another in-between hopper throw. Is not going to be in time. Legging it out down the first base line will be Taylor Fairclough. As there was another in-between hop there for Grandpa short. And that will make it 4-0. As the bases will cycle around for Anderson.
First baseman number 18, Kason Boatner.
So that will bring up Boatner, who has already come to the plate in this inning. And is already 1 for 1 with a single. There's the first pitch. That one going to miss up and away. They're out of the hand of Reynolds. So the count will be 1-0. Again, all 5 hits in this inning have been singles for Anderson. That one is swung on and fouled down the third base line. Good contact there from Boatner. And as the count evens up at a ball and a strike. They runners at all 3 bases for Anderson. With a 1-1 pitch coming here to Boatner. Middleton at third, Williams at second, Faircloth at first, as that one is swung on and tipped into the glove. So the count will go to a ball and 2 strikes. Big pitch here for Keelan Reynolds. Here's the 1-2, and that one will miss well over into the left-handed batter's box. Good job by Freischmidt to glove that one. Keeps the runners where they are. Play gets called out from the Tusculum dugout, third base side. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, and that one is swung on. Hit back up the middle. Gramp fields it. The throw is going to be in time. A bang-bang play at first base, and that will end the inning as Anderson scores 4 times off 5 hits. Here in the top half of the first, we go to the bottom half, as Tusculum going to try to see if they can get the offense going early as you're watching the Pioneer Sports Network.
Our decision as a conference last Thursday to cancel the spring season was not made lightly.
And we get ready for the bottom half of the first inning as Anna Alloway will step in to get things underway.
The right fielder, 0-0, Anna Alloway.
Alloway finished game 1 3 for 4 with a pair of RBIs, 2 runs, and had her biggest hit of the game in her last at bat. First pitch that she saw in the bottom of the 5th inning. Delivered a home run that walked the game off for Tusculum with the 8-run rule. Tusculum have to get going, though, offensively here in the bottom of the first as they already trail 4-0. And Tusculum working against the starter here, number 27, Sarah Middleton, the senior from Peachtree City, Georgia. Ball here hit out to right. And that'll be caught by the right fielder for the first out. So Maya Maddox will quickly step up. The senior center fielder, trying to become a one-out base runner. Numbers on the season for Middleton, a 1.84 ERA, a 6-2 record. This is her 12th start, her 12th appearance, her 6th start of the year. She's got 4 complete games, 1 shutout, 45 innings pitched, 44 hits, 18 runs, 12 of those earned, 44 strikeouts to 10 walks. Batter's hitting .237 against her. She's given up 8 doubles, 4 home runs, no triples. It's at 5 batters. Already with 1 out here. And a 1-1 count against Maya Maddox. Maddox went 1 for 3 with a strikeout in game 1. Trying to become a base runner here. Shows bunt, follows that one back. So the count will be a ball and 2 strikes. In the on-deck circle for Tusculum is the shortstop, Alexis Grant. 1-2 pitch is swung at. They're going to call it a strike, and reaching it first will be Maddox. As she waved at the pitch out of the side of the zone. It got by the catcher as Hamilton. And now going to second as I don't think time was called. And actually, they're going to call the runner out. So just like that, now Tusculum's got 2 outs as Maddox thought that time had not been called. So she was running for second, and then the umpire called her out. But now now Huebner going to have a chat here with the umpire. Maddox thought the time had not been called, so she was trying to run from first to second. But the umpire going to say that time had been called and that the runner was out. So it looked like it was going to be a base runner on the dropped 3rd strike. As Huebner getting some clarification here from the first base umpire and why her runner was called out. So that will be the 2nd out of the inning. As Maddox, not the conventional way, but will be the 2nd out. So base is empty here for Gramp, the shortstop. Trying to see if she can do something here with 2 outs. Takes a called strike there on the outer half of the plate. And the 0-1 pitch here down in the dirt. So the count will be a ball and a strike here to Gramp. Base is empty, 2 outs. And that one swung through and missed. Gramp trying to get that one over the outer half of the plate. One, 2. Middleton shaking off a couple of pitches there and then puts this one down in the dirt to even the count up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that one is swung on, hit to second. It was off the end of the bat, and that'll do it. So it works out to be a 1-2-3 bottom of the 1st inning for Sarah Middleton and the Trojans as we go to the top of the 2nd. Anderson, an early 4-0 lead here in Game 2. We'll step aside as you're watching the Pioneer Sports Network.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
You're right. That's a 5th floor problem.
Not in my house. No. Not today.
Jimmy, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico?
Happier than Dikembe Mutombo blocking a shot.
Nice.
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Our decision as a conference last Thursday to cancel the spring season was not made lightly.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Page along with you here as we get set for the top half of the second inning. 4-0 is the score here early on for Anderson after they plated 4 off 5 hits in the top half of the first inning against the starter here in Game 2 for Tusculum, Keelan Reynolds. Reynolds back out there in the circle, and the first pitch is going to be fouled off here by the pitcher for the Trojans, and Sarah Middleton. Actually, check that, not Middleton, as it's going to be Morgan Charter. So Charter fouled that one off. So Charter behind the count, 0-1. Here's the offering. That one is swung on, and that one going to be a foul ball down the left field line. Good contact on that one. Charter walked and scored a run in her first at bat. So the count 0-2. Saw Reynolds get into a couple 0-2 counts late in the first inning after falling behind early in the inning, a couple of the bats. This one going to miss over into the left-handed batter's box. Reynolds did issue one walk there in the top of the first. Still looking for her first strikeout. Charter waits the pitch. That one going to go down into the dirt. Try to see if they could draw a swing and a miss there from Charter. So it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 batters, Charter, Hamilton, and Whitaker. The offering. There's going to be a call, strike 3 on the outer half of the plate. First strikeout of the game for Reynolds. Good way to start off the top of the second inning.
Catcher number 7, Maddie Hamilton.
So that'll bring up the catcher Hamilton. So with one away in the inning, Hamilton awaits the first pitch. Takes that one for a strike in the outer half of the plate. So the count here, ball and a strike to Hamilton. Again, base is empty with one away. Trojans trying to see if they can keep things going after they've scored those 4 in the top of the first. Again, we're in here in game number 2. Tusculum took game 1. That one is swung on. That'll be a foul ball down the third base line. Trojans a little bit early on these swings on the inner half of the plate from Keelan Reynolds. Reynolds delivers. Trying to spot that one in the other half. That one missed just a little bit low. Love to get back-to-back strikeouts to start off this top of the second inning. A nice bounce-back inning. Keep it to a spot where offense could potentially try to tie it up in one inning. That one going to miss away. Good restraint from the batter, Hamilton, not to offer at either of those last 2 pitches. The count now full here, 3-2. Again, Reynolds has walked one batter, came back in the top of the first inning. 3-2 pitch on its way to the catcher, Hamilton. That one is swung on, fouled down the third base line. As Kyler Longmire will go over and get that one, toss it back to her pitcher. Reynolds already up to the 50 pitch threshold here in the top of the second inning. There's the 3-2 again, and that one's going to miss, ball 4. So it will be the second walk issued by Keelan Reynolds to put a one-out base runner on.
Shortstop number 25, Hannah Whitaker.
So that'll bring up Whitaker. 0 for 1 in this game. Steps into the right-handed batter's box. Reached on that error by Gramper first time up and eventually scored a run. That one going to miss off the outer half of the plate. Try to frame that one belt high. Unable to get the call. Tusculum does have some action down in the bullpen on the left field line. Again, would love to get out of this inning without allowing any more runs to cross the plate. There's the 1-0 pitch. That one swung on right back up the middle. Gramp steps on second to throw to first in time. Double play. As that will end the inning, as Tusculum will get out of it with one pitch on the 6 unassisted double play. That'll send us to the bottom of the second inning as you're watching the Pioneer Sports Network. And we're ready to go here in the bottom half of the second inning. As leading things off for the Pioneers, it'll be the catcher, number 14, as it'll be Chloe Freischmidt.
Catcher number 14, Chloe Freischmidt.
As Freischmidt will try to see if she can become a leadoff base runner for the Pioneers. Takes a first pitch strike right down the middle of the plate from Sarah Middleton. Middleton working a 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning. And comes into this game with a 1.84 ERA on the season. That one swung through and missed by Freischmidt. Scheduled to be the 4, 5, and 6 batters, Freischmidt, Longmire, and Sappington. An 0-2. That one is swung on. That'll be a single through into left field. It's under the glove of a diving third baseman, Morgan Charter. So there's the first hit of the game for Tusculum. So that'll bring up Longmire. Longmire in game number 1. Went 0 for 3 with a run scored and a strikeout. As she had reached base on an error by Anderson. It was a tough game defensively for Anderson with 5 errors. This one swung on, popped up, chance over third base side, and that'll be caught in foul territory by the third baseman. As Charter comes up with that one. So tough first pitch swinging there for Longmire. So with one away,
The designated player, number 8.
that'll bring up Sappington as she will step into the left-handed batter's box. She had a 2 RBI single in game 1. It was a big hit as that gave Tusculum the lead. They never looked back after that 2 RBI single. As she finished 1 for 3 with a strikeout and a run scored. Those 2 RBIs. Waits the 0-1 pitch. That's a called strikeout in the outer half. Anderson looking for a shutdown outing here as they had to go to their bullpen and their third starter in game 1. As that was the freshman Lincoln Maxwell. And that one will miss up and away. Those are the only three pitchers that Anderson has used this year. Our starter in game one, Harley Duncan, and then Sarah Middleton and Lakin Maxwell. Those three coming in today combined to toss 230 innings. This one is swung on, and the only out will be recorded at first. As moving down to second
The first baseman,
for
number 30,
Tusculum
Lazo.
will be Freischmidt. So that'll bring up the first baseman, will be Haley Lazo. Lazo in game one went 2 for 2 with an RBI, 2 runs scored. This one is swung on. That one's going to be through into right field. They're going to send the runner. Here comes the throw, and safe at the plate will be Freischmidt. It's an RBI single with 2 outs here for Lazo and the bottom of the second inning.
The left fielder, number 20, Blair Smeltzer.
So a big 2-out RBI single from Lazo makes it 4-1. As that will extend the inning. As it'll be the left fielder Smeltzer. Smeltzer takes the first pitch for a called strike on the outer half. So second RBI of the day for Lazo. Here's the 0-1 to Smeltzer. That's a called strike, almost same spot. Knee high right on the outer half of the plate. Middleton trying to make that the only blemish here of the inning for her. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that one is swung on. A chop swing as to be fouled on the third base line. Just staying alive there is Claire Smeltzer. So also the freshman out of Smithfield, Virginia, Smithfield High School. Has been a starting focal point in left field for Tusculum this season. Here's the 0-2 again, and that one is swung on. It's fouled at the plate. Is unable to hold on to it was the catcher Hamilton. So it'll be another chance here for Smeltzer. Tough spot though behind the count, 0-2. There's the pitch. And that one is swung on right to the third baseman. The throw, we're going to be in time. And that will do it. So a 2-out RBI single from Haley Lazo makes it 4-1, but that's all Tusculum is able to get as we go to the top of the third here at Red Edmonds Field as you're watching the Pioneer Sports Network. As we're ready to go here in the top half of the third inning. Tusculum able to get onto the scoreboard for the first time there in the bottom of the second. It's 4-1. As it was a 2-out RBI single from the first baseman Haley Lazo for the Pioneers. Back out there in the circle for Tusculum here to start the top of the third inning is Keelan Reynolds.
The second baseman, number 4, Jessica Neto.
Was able to put up a 0 there in the top of the second. Neto will lead things off. 1 for 1 with an RBI. Had a single back up the middle. That was one where it was almost gloved by Reynolds. Just missed gloving it as she reached her glove across her body. And the first pitch will be a strikeout in the outer half of the plate here to start off the top of the third. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors defensively for Anderson. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for Tusculum. Reynolds gets the signs, the pitch. That'll be down in the dirt. Get another nice stop by the catcher for the Pioneers, Chloe Freischmidt. The junior out of Naples, Florida. Neto awaits the pitch. Saw that one stay up in the zone. Was able to lay off that one above the letters. Count 2-1. Pitch count is elevated for Reynolds. 54 coming into the inning. As that one will miss. So the count now 3-1. Reynolds has issued a pair of walks here early on. Does have 1 strikeout. Count 3-1. Neto trying to become a leadoff base runner. There is that offering. And that one misses low and inside, so it will be a leadoff walk. Third walk for Reynolds.
The left fielder, number 17, Madison Cantrell.
Yes, that'll bring up Cantrell. She had an RBI single in her last at-bat. Bloop single into left. And it looks like we're going to get a pitching change here for Tusculum. So we'll step aside for a quick timeout. A new pitcher coming in for the Pioneers. As we'll give you the details on the new pitcher as you're watching the Pioneer Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as the new pitcher for Tusculum, game number 6, Savannah Foster. As Foster, a senior out of Crestview, Florida, transfer from Nova Southeastern. Foster on the season, 1.56 ERA, a 2-0 record. This will be her 6th appearance of the season. Does have 1 complete game, 1 shutout. 18 innings pitched, 14 hits, 8 runs, 4 of those earned. Good strikeout to walk ratio, 20 strikeouts, 8 walks. 3 doubles, 3 home runs allowed. Batters hitting .209 against her. As they start by showing bunt against her is the batter. Here will be Cantrell, the left fielder. Again, had that RBI single her first time up. Runner at first is Neto after the walk. That was given up by the starter Reynolds. The 1-0 here, and that one's going to get by the catcher. And that is going to allow the runner to go down to second. First ball that we've seen get by Freischmidt today. So the count will be 2-0 to the batter. And just checking into the game In the circle, Savannah Foster. Here's the 2-0. That one is swung on. First pitching change of the day for Tusculum. As going the distance with Sappington in game 1. So the count will be 2-1 here to the right-handed swinging Cantrell. Another runner in the scoring position for Anderson. After Neto moved down. That one is swung on. That one's going to be off of the glove of Francis second. That's going to allow a run to score as she left her feet diving with that one. The only play that she really had at that was to leave the feet. So that makes it 5-1. As Cantrell will reach it first.
The pitcher, number 27, Sarah Middleton.
So that'll bring up Middleton, the pitcher. Tusculum still looking for their first down here in the top half of the third inning. Here's the pitch. That one is swung on and missed. Good pitch there in the inner half of the plate from Foster. Runner at first here for Anderson. There's a strike again on the inner half. Middleton didn't agree, shaking the head. Behind the count here, 0-2. The run that scored, that was the responsibility was charged to the starter, Reynolds. But now Cantrell at first. Should she score, that would go to Foster. That one fouled straight back. Count will hold here. No balls and 2 strikes. So Anderson here in game 2, now 5 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Also 1 for 2 with 2 outs in an inning. 0-2 pitch again. That one is swung on. Lazo going to give it a look first base side, but that one will get out of play over top of the dugout for Anderson. So this will be the 5th pitch of the at-bat. Yeah, she went ahead in the count, 0-2. Did Foster, then back-to-back pitches fouled off here by Middleton. Middleton, a single and an RBI in her first at-bat. Thought about going, the runner goes, the throw. And luckily Gramp got there to catch it. Nobody was covering. So we have stolen base for Cantrell. Put another runner in scoring position here with nobody out. And the count is 1-2. And Anderson up to a 5-1 lead here early on game 2 of our doubleheader, trying to look for a split. That one's low. Freshman able to keep it there in the area as the runner holds. Foster trying to work through this inning after coming in for the starter, Reynolds. Here's the 2-2. That one is swung on. That's going to be a fair ball down the third base line. And scoring easily will be Cantrell from second. So the stolen base works out. It'll be an RBI single for Middleton, her second hit and RBI of the game. And that makes it 6-1.
The right fielder, number 1, Gracie Williams.
So that'll bring up Gracie Williams. Williams reached on a fielder's choice. And she was stranded at second in her first at-bat. That one swung out and missed. Got a pitch biting in on the hands of the right-handed swinging Williams. So 6 runs off 7 hits for Anderson. And they continue to do it via the single. They have really not put all that much out to the fence here in this game to pick up extra bases. But they've been situational in times when they've needed to. Now 6 for 10 with runners in scoring position. And that was after going with runners in scoring position in game 1. Just the 2 runs that were able to score. Bunt shown here. Bunt is laid down. It's going to be a foul ball as Lazo will pick it up. Just had enough spinning action on it to go foul. So heading back to first will be Middleton. 1-2 the count to the batter, Williams. Williams went 0 for 2 in game 1 with a strikeout. Foster trying to see if she can get the first out of the inning. Here's the 1-2. That one swung on and missed, strike 3. The pitch up and away. And that'll be the first out.
The center fielder, number 3, Kennedy Burton.
So that'll bring up Burton. Steps into the left-handed batter's box. There's the first pitch showing bunt. And pulling it back was the batter. So the count will be 1-0 as that one missed down to the dirt. Burton getting her first at bat here. That one going to be fouled back. Yes, she was pinch hit for there in the top of the first inning when her spot came up. Getting 2 runs home here in the top half of the 3rd inning for the Trojans. They've staked their lead out to 6-1. Going to get another softball here from the dugout, maybe 2 more. A couple have been fouled out of play here early on in this game. Savannah Foster sets in, delivers. That bunt is going to be fouled back. So the count will be 1-2. So one thing that Anderson here through both of these games has not executed all that well on, as they have not been able to get bunts down in key situations. 1-2 pitch. It's going to be check swinged at. Longmire makes the throw to first, and the out will be recorded. So the runner will move up to second with 2 away in the inning. As the batter will be number 18. As it'll be Kaysen Boatner. So back to the top of the order for the Trojans. Boatner already 1 for 2 in this game with a single and a ground out to short. Steps into the right-handed batter's box. That one will miss down to the dirt. Nice job by Freischmidt. Two away now in the inning. Runner is at second. Tusculum trying to get out of it, allowing just the 2 runs. After head coach Julie Hubner made the call to the bullpen for Savannah Foster. Here's the 1-0. That one is swung on, and that's going to be into the glove of Grampet Short, and that will end the inning. So 2 runs score, a runner left on base for the Trojans. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's 6-1 as you're watching the Pioneer Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we're ready to go at the bottom of the third inning. The second baseman, Brittany France, will step in to get things going for Tusculum. First pitch will be a called strike out of the hand there of Sarah Middleton. Middleton's allowed just one run off 2 hits. That one is swung on, hit to second. Backhand stab and a throw. Nice play made there at second. So that'll bring up the top of the order. As Anna Alloway will step in. Alloway 0 for 1 in this game as Tusculum completes their first trip through the lineup. Really, the only big hit was that 2-out RBI single for Haley Lazo. They got Tusculum their first and only run to this point of the game. Pitch there will miss over in the left-handed batter's box. As Alloway, first time up hit that fly ball that was played by the right fielder. Williams. This one fouled at the plate. Count will leave it up as that one got away from the catcher. That home run for Alloway there in the bottom of the 5th inning in game 1 that secured the win for Tusculum. That was her 5th home run of the season. Puts her one off a tie for second with Chloe Freischmidt. That one swung on and foul. And then it hits off of that lip where the turf meets the grass. And then it popped over the fence over into the Tusculum bullpen. So the count of ball on 2 strikes. With 1 quick out. That one swung on, and that'll be foul down the right field line. Alloway trying to go the opposite way. For Middleton so far, no walks, just 1 strikeout. Pitch count, not a worry for Middleton. Here's the 1-2. That one is swung on, skied a mile in the air. And that one will be caught by the first baseman. Looking at all the way in was Boatner.
The center fielder, number 1, Maya Maddox.
So that'll bring up Maya Maddox, the center fielder. She'll step into the left-handed batter's box. She had an interesting last at-bat as she reached on a dropped third strike by the catcher, Hamilton, but then was called out at first for leaving the base early. As this one was up in the zone. So the base is empty here with 2 outs. Tusculum trailing 6-1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Game 2 of our doubleheader. 1-0 right down the middle of the plate for a called strike. Even the count up. Maddox had a hit in game 1. Yeah, that's a called strike on the outer half. Would have been a tough pitch really to do anything with. Going to have to work now here behind the count. Middleton delivers the 1-2. And that one is swung on and missed, strike 3. And it'll be another 1-2-3 inning for Middleton. As we'll go to the top of the 4th through 3 here at Red Edmonds Field. It's a 6-1 lead for Anderson as you're watching the Pioneer Sports Network. ready to go here in the top half of the fourth inning. Is back out there for Tusculum is Savannah Foster, going to work her first full inning after taking over there in the top half of the third after the starter. Keelan Reynolds had walked the first batter that she faced. 2 runs did come around to score for Anderson. And leading things off here, it'll be the third baseman, as it'll be Charter.
Number 2, Morgan Charter.
Morgan Charter has walked, scored a run, also struck out looking. Waiting the first pitch here from Foster. That one's a called strike on the inner half of the plate. So that was the 22nd pitch for Foster. She faced 5 batters in that last inning. This one going to miss low. Freischmidt there holding it, trying to get that call in the bottom portion of the strike zone. As the count evens up here, 1-1. The offering, that one swung on, skied in the air, and that one will get out of play. First base side. So ahead in the count here is Foster. With the 2, 3, and 4 batters in the Anderson lineup. Scheduled to have Charter, Hamilton, and Whitaker. They're in the top half of the fourth inning. Here's the 1-2. And that one came in on the batter. The count leaving up here at 2-2. Spinning out of the way was Charter. Charter defensively has made some really nice plays today at the hot corner for Anderson. Here's the 2-2. That one is swung on, tipped into the glove of Freischmidt. She holds on to it, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Second strikeout for Foster. So that'll bring up Hamilton. So the catcher, Hamilton, will step in. Hamilton has walked, reached on a fielder's choice. As that one will miss inside. Scored a run back in that 4-run first inning. And then could not get past first base in the second inning after working that walk. First time that she faces Savannah Foster. There's a strike on the outer half of the plate. And the throw back there from Freischmidt. A little bit high to not get back to the pitcher Foster. So now we get ready here for a 1-1 count. 1 away in the inning, base is empty for the Trojans. As Foster delivers the pitch, that one will be down in the dirt. In the upcoming schedule for Tusculum, they will finish out the regular season at home as they will have 4 games this weekend here at Red Evans Field. Doubleheader with Newberry on Saturday at 2 and 4, and then a doubleheader on Sunday with UVA Wise at 1 and 3. As the 2-1 misses low and inside, count goes to 3 and 1. And then the South Atlantic Conference softball tournament will be hosted here at Red Edmonds Field, April 23rd and 24th. And the 3-1 going to miss low, so that'll be a 1-out walk. First walk issued by Foster. Trying to find that low inside corner against the right-handed batter. So Whitaker will step up. She's had a nice start here to game number 2 for Anderson. Scored a run back in that first inning. Drives this one down the right field line. That'll be a fair ball. And Alloway a little bit of trouble getting that one. That's going to allow the runner to come around and score. And heading to third will be Whitaker. So scoring from first on the play will be Maddie Hamilton. And that will make it 7-1. As Alloway had a little bit of trouble down the right field line.
The second baseman, number 4, Jessica Neto.
So Tusculum will have a chant here inside the circle. So out of the meeting there in the circle, the batter for the Trojans will be Jessica Neto. She will bat here with a runner at third, one away, as Whitaker stands at third. Here's the first pitch. That one fouled straight back. So again, score 7-1 Anderson as we play here in the top half of the fourth inning. Responding nicely offensively after having a tough, essentially bottom of the third inning there in game 1, which Tusculum played at 8 runs. Here's the 0-1. That one is swung on. That one skied out here to shallow right center, and that one's going to drop. And then there was a completion late on the play, as that will allow a run to score. Is scoring easily from third is Whitaker. So that will make it 8-1. As heading down to second will be Neto. So that will bring up Cantrell.
The left fielder, number 17, Madison Cantrell.
So the count will be the batter Cantrell is 2 for 2 in the game. Waiting her first pitch here from Savannah Foster. That one is swung on. That one's going to be past the diving shortstop. They're going to hold the runner. So that'll be a single. So a 3 for 3 effort for Cantrell. And she's got 3 singles. And that puts runners at first and third here with 1 out. So that'll bring up the pitcher, Middleton. Middleton also 2 for 2. With a pair of singles. So for Anderson, 4 runs in the top of the first, 2 in the top of the third, and now 2 here in the top of the fourth. Still just 1 out here in the inning. Head coach Julie Hubner out there talking with her pitcher and catcher, Savannah Foster and Chloe Freischmidt. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change here. So we'll step aside and we'll figure out who the new pitcher for Tusculum is. As Anderson has taken an 8-1 lead here, looking for more in the top of the fourth inning. You're watching the Pioneer Sports Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as a new pitcher into the game for Tusculum. Give me number 44, as it'll be the sophomore Madison Michael out of Cumming, Georgia. Pitching numbers on the year for Michael, a 6.63 ERA, a 1-0 record. This is their 5th appearance. They've all been in relief. 6 1/3 innings pitched, 15 hits, 6 runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Batter is hitting .455 against her this season. Yeah, she will take over for Savannah Foster. So Anderson here looking for more runners at first and third. They've played it 2. There's 1 out as the batter is the pitcher, Sarah Middleton, who is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Also have a pinch runner for the Trojans over at first, as it's going to be 0-0 Maggie Massey. First pitch here is a called strike. Runner goes to second. The throw was cut off short there by Gramp, just in case they were thinking about sending the runner from third. But a smart play there because that takes away the potential double play and puts 2 runners in scoring position with 1 away. Count is 0-1. Michael delivers. That one's swung on. Given a right on the left field line, but that'll be fouled and out of play. A little bit too far out in front of it. There was Middleton. So she falls behind the count here. No balls and 2 strikes. Runners at second and third for Anderson. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and missed. Strike 3. So 3 pitches is all Madison Michael needs to get her first out since coming in. 2 away now in the inning.
The right fielder, number 1, Gracie Williams.
And that'll bring up Gracie Williams, the junior out of Belton, South Carolina. She will step into the right-handed batter's box. Michael's pitch is up and away. Taken all the way there by Gracie Williams. Williams 0 for 2 in this game. Batting on the number 8 spot. To an RBI opportunity for her. Here's the 1-0. That one is swung on. That one is hit out to shallow left center, and that one's going to drop, and 2 runs are going to score. So it's a 2-out, 2-run single for Williams, and that makes it 10-1. As that's a second 4-run inning for Anderson here in game 2. So Williams will pick up her first hit of the game as she plates Massey and Neto.
The center fielder, number 3, Kennedy Burton.
So that'll bring up the number 9 batter, Kennedy Burton. 11th hit of the ball game for the Trojans. Michael's first pitch will be a strikeout in the outer half. So here in game 2, Anderson now 9 for 15 with runners in scoring position, 10 for 19 overall with runners on base. A .526 clip. Well, 1 pitch to Burton is swung on and missed. So the count 0-2. Did momentarily pop away from the catcher Freischmidt, but the runner Williams at first wasn't going anywhere. Michael trying to pick up her second strikeout, and here's the 0-2. That one is swung on. That one's going to be over the glove of the third baseman Longmire. So that'll be another 2-out hit for the Trojans, their 12th hit of the game.
First baseman, number 18, Kason Boatner.
And that will bring up the first baseman Boatner. Here, runners at first and second and 2 away. Boatner 1 for 3. She led off the game with a single. Has been retired twice since. Pitch here swung on. Alloway trying to track it in right field. Goes into foul territory and makes the basket catch. in foul territory, so that will end the inning. But 4 runs score for the Trojans in the top half of the 4th inning. They leave a pair of runners on base. As that will do it as we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. You're watching the Pioneer Sports Network. And we're ready to go here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Tusculum have some work to do here offensively as they trail 10-1. Alexis Graham steps in to lead things off. She swings here at the first pitch. A hot shot to the shortstop. And 1 pitch and 1 out is how we start off here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
The catcher, number 14, Chloe Freischman.
As Middleton back out there for the Trojans. She has been very efficient for Anderson. And a nice rebound from the tough start in game 1 as she's allowed just 1 run off 2 hits. Has not walked a batter or struck out 2 through 3 innings of work. As the batter is Freischmidt, who follows back of the first pitch and out of play. So 10 runs off 12 hits, no errors here in game 2 for Anderson. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors for Tusculum. As a split looks imminent here for both teams this afternoon. That one was slow and away. Good take there by Freischmidt. Freischmidt in this game, 1 for 1 with a single through the left side. Skies this one in the air, but that one will get out of play. She also scored the lone run of the game for Tusculum. That was off that 2-out RBI single from Haley Lazo. Back in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Counter ball and 2 strikes, bases empty, 1 away for Tusculum. That one goes up in the zone. Freischmidt, second currently on the team. And home runs coming in to this one. 6 home runs for her on the year. Also 26 RBI, second on the team. Swings at this one, and that'll be fouled out of play over top of the Anderson bullpen down the right field line. Good battle here after it was a 1-pitch. And out there to start the inning for Grant. 2-2 pitch. Is a call strike 3 on the outer half of the plate. As that will be the 3rd strikeout of the game for Middleton. And there's 2 away.
The third baseman, number 5, Kylie Longmire.
So to bring up Kylie Longmire. Longmire 0 for 1 in the game. That one came in on the hands of Longmire. Trying to see if she can become a 2-out base runner for Tusculum here. In the bottom of the 4th inning. The 1-0. That one is swung out, given a ride on the right field line, but that one will get foul. A little bit too late of a swing there for Longmire. Longmire in her first at bat back in that 2nd inning. On the first pitch you saw, had a pop-up in foul territory that was caught by the third baseman, Morgan Charter. Here's the 1-1. That one will miss up above the letters, so the count goes to 2-1. Two-one pitch. That one is swung on. That one's going to be just fouled, as that one had the umpire down the line trying to get out of the way of that one. Again, some final scores across Tusculum Athletics this afternoon. Men's and women's tennis, both participating in the quarterfinals of the South Atlantic Conference Tennis Championships. The women's squad picking up a 4-3 victory against Lenore Ryan. Tusculum entered the tournament as the number 6 seed. Lenore Ryan was the 3 seed, so an upset there for the Pioneers. And then on the men's side, it was Tusculum a 4-0 win against Lincoln Memorial. This one fouled back. As Tusculum there picking up the shutout win. Both teams will play Queens tomorrow in the semifinals, as the women's squad will be underway first, as they will get underway at 9 a.m. against the Royals. 2-2 pitch is going to be fouled back out of play again. Nice battle here for Longmire at the plate. It will be a busy Friday across Tusculum Athletics, as outdoor track and field, they are at the Catamount Classic in North Carolina, and then the men's and women's bowling teams, they are at the ITC sectionals in Tennessee. This one swung on, a ground ball to second, and that's going to elude the second baseman, as Jessica Neto got caught off on that one, as that one just kind of skipped and hopped in the dirt. So that will keep the inning alive for Tusculum.
The designated player, number 8, Emily Sappington.
So we will get a special pinch runner at first, as the runner will be number 19, as that'll be Angela Masiello. So she will run.
Number 19, Angela Masiello.
The batter will be number 8, as that'll be Emily Sappington, the pitcher from Game 1. First pitch here, going to miss inside. So as I mentioned earlier, also again tomorrow, the women's tennis team, they'll be in action at 9 a.m. Then the women's beach volleyball team, as they are down in Florida this weekend for the AVCA Small College Beach Championship. The strike taken here is they will be underway at 10 a.m. tomorrow. They were picked as the number 11 seed in the tournament, and they will take on number 5 seeded St. Leo. And then men's tennis, they will have their match up against Queens at noon, as that one's a called strike on the outer half of the plate. And then also at noon, women's beach volleyball, they will take on number 2 Spring Hill. And then at 1 p.m., men's volleyball, they will participate in the IVA tournament in Charlotte, as they garner the number 4 seed. This one is swung on. That one hit out to left, and that'll be caught to end the inning. And they will take on Alderson Broadus at 1 p.m. We got the 5 seed. And then Tusculum will play again later at 7 p.m., but they will wait to see who their opponent would be in that second game on Friday night. So we through 4 innings here in Game 2. It's a 10-1 lead for Anderson as we go to the top of the 5th. You're watching the Pioneer Sports Network.
Our decision as a conference last Thursday to cancel the spring season was not made lightly.
So we're ready to go here in the top half of the 5th inning. As leading things off for the Trojans, it'll be number 2, Morgan Charter. The third baseman will get things underway. Charter 0 for 2. To try to get things going. Here's a leadoff base runner for Anderson. Madison Michael back out there for Tusculum. Their first full inning of relief. Third pitcher of the game for the Pioneers. That one's a called strike on the outer half. Michael had 1 strikeout in that last inning. This one is swung on. That's going to be a single into right field as it'll be thrown back in by Alloway.
The catcher, number 7, Maddie Hamilton.
So that'll bring up Hamilton looking for her first hit of the game. That single there, the 13th hit of the game for the Trojans. First pitch here from Madison Michael. In there for a called strike on the inner half of the plate. Wind here now blowing in straight from center. Been a windy afternoon here at Red Edmonds Field. Seen a couple of times where that wind has come into play with balls hit into the outfield. Here's the 0-1. As that one will miss. Good gust there, kicks up some of the dirt. So they'll hold off a little bit. Now stepping in. Here will be Hamilton. And time going to be called. Madison Michael there was kind of hoping the time we called as that wind had kicked up. Now she's ready to go. That one is swung on. That one out deep to center. Still going back. That's off the wall. And they're going to send the runner. Oh, they're going to hold the runner. As Morgan Charter was holding. She was getting the go sign from her head coach. But decided to pull up. So
Number 25, Hannah Whitaker.
that'll be a double. First hit of the game for Hamilton. 14th hit overall. And now that'll bring up Whitaker. 1 for 3 in this game with a double and an RBI. That RBI double came in her last at bat. Part of that 4-run top of the 4th. That one will miss inside. So a pair of runners in scoring position. Here for Anderson. Still nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Madison Michael's pitch. He's going to be swung on. And the throw across will be in time. Nice throw there by Longmire. Looked the runner back. Made the accurate throw.
The second baseman, number 4, Jessica Neto.
So that'll bring up Neto. Here with runners at second, third, and 1 away. Anderson has not had any problems with runners on base here in game number 2, as they are 11 for 21. Also 9 for 16 with runners in scoring position. 3 for 6 with runners on and 2 outs. This one missed low for Madison Michael. One out of the count. Neto fouls that one back. So the count will leave it up here at a ball and a strike. Runners late from second and third. The pitch. That one swung on. Another one. The throw will come home. And the tag going to be made. So nice job there by Longmire. Coming home. Ranging across her body. So a second out there. So that'll put runners at first and second.
The left fielder, number 17, Madison Cantrell.
So that'll bring up Cantrell. Cantrell's had a nice game here in game 2 for the Trojans. A trio of hits. A couple of RBIs. See if she can keep the inning alive for the Trojans. Here with 2 outs. And going to tip this one at the plate. So the count will go to 0-1 as the runners will head back. Got a couple of signs here from the Tusculum dugout, third base side. Heading the count 0-1 is Madison Michael. The pitch, that one swung on, and down the right field line. Alloway going for it, but that'll be out of play. So the count will go to 0-2. Pioneers trying to strand a pair of runners on base here for Anderson. In the top half of the 5th. And see if they can extend the game in the bottom half of the inning. The 0-2 pitch is swung on a chopper off the plate, but that'll get foul as Longmire will pick it up. Another chance here at the plate for Cantrell. Cantrell, the senior out of Gray Court, South Carolina. Lawrence High School. Another 0-2 pitch from Michael. As again chopped off the plate. And it did hit off of Cantrell, but she was in the batter's box. So just a foul ball. Pair of runners on base here for Anderson. Madison Michael trying to get out of the inning for Tusculum. Another 0-2 pitch. That one is swung on, and that is going to be fouled down the third base line. So that'll be the 5th consecutive pitch that Cantrell has fouled off. Hopefully we don't get into another 14-pitch at bat we saw in game 1. Michael delivers. That one is swung on it again. Chopped foul off the plate. Pioneers just needing one more out here to get out of the inning to send it to the bottom of the 5th. Once again, the 0-2. That one is swung on, hit to third, and just stepping on the bag at third. Will be Longmire, and that will do it. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. 10-1 is the score. Pioneers need a couple of runs if they want to keep the game going. See what they can do as you're watching the Pioneer Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we get set for the bottom of the fifth inning. It's a 10-1 Anderson lead as the Trojans trying to close in on the 8-run rule victory.
Number 30, Lazo.
As for Tusculum here in the bottom half of the fifth inning, it'll be the bottom third of the lineup as it'll be Lazo, Smeltzer, and France. Working against the starter, Sarah Middleton. First pitch is swung on. Fouled on the right field line, but that one will get out of play. So the count will go to 0-1. And Tusculum needing at least 2 runs here if they want to extend the game. Lazo behind on the count, 0-1. Here's the offering. That one will miss outside. So far for Middleton, she's allowed just 2 hits, 1 run, struck out 3, hasn't walked any, no extra base hits allowed. Lazo has the only RBI here in game 2. It was a 2-out RBI single. There's a called strikeout in the inner half of the plate. Lazo taking it all the way. Lazo went 2 for 2 in game 1 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. But swings and misses here, goes outside of the zone, as that will be the 4th strikeout of the game for Middleton. Going to get a pitch hitter here for Tusculum. As the batter will be number 4, as it'll be Ashley Harbison.
Hitting for the Pioneers, number 4, Ashley Harbison.
Harbison, a sophomore out of Knoxville, Tennessee, Powell High School. As Harbison actually attending the same high school as Madison McGinnis and Kylie Longmire. So 3 players all from Powell High School in the Knoxville area. Yeah, she will get her first swing of the bat. And that one will miss low and inside. Harbison on the season, batting a perfect 1,000. She's 1 for 1 with a run scored and an RBI. This will be her 4th game. Takes that one outside. Also, don't forget Brittany France, the senior, also from Powell High School, Knoxville, Tennessee. So 4 players on the roster. As that one was up in the zone. So the count 3-0 is Harbison trying to reach base here for just the 2nd time in the season. Here's the 3-0, and that'll be a called strike. Also trying to become the first person that's worked a walk against Middleton. 4 strikeouts, no walks to this point for the starter for Anderson. Here's the 3-1, and that'll be a called strike 2 on the other half as Harbison threw the bat away. She thought it was ball 4. So the count will be full here, 3-2. Payoff pitch coming here with 1 away, and that one is swung on, fouled down on the third base line. A little bit of a late swing there for Harbison. Madison McGinnis has stepped up into the on-deck circle for Tusculum. And that one's going to be swung on and missed. So from 3-0, coming all the way back to get the strikeout, her 5th of the game is Middleton. And that'll be Kraut who comes up. So Claire Kraut, the sophomore, will pinch hit.
Number 9, Claire Kraut.
So Kraut behind the count here, 0-1. And that one's going to miss on the inner half. As Kraut trying to keep the game alive here. Well, the base is empty and 2 away. Middleton's pitch is swung on, hit to right, and that one will be caught on the fly, and that will end the game. So 10-1 the final score as we get back-to-back 8-run victories for both sides. A split between the Pioneers and the Trojans. As Tusculum now will head into their final 2 doubleheaders of the season here at home, as they will welcome in Newberry and UVA Wise this weekend here to Red Edmonds Field, as they will face Newberry on Saturday at 2 and 4, and then UVA Wise on Sunday at 1 and 3, and then they will turn right back around and host the South Atlantic Conference Tournament on April 23rd and 24th. Again, the final score 10-1. Anderson wins here in Game 2. 10 runs, 14 hits, 1 error for Anderson. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors for Tusculum here in Game 2. So that'll do it for our broadcast. We thank you for tuning in this afternoon, a beautiful Thursday afternoon here in Greenville, Tennessee. For Doug Page and Corey Seswick producing both of our games today, we thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Saturday and Sunday for Tusculum University softball here on the Pioneer Sports Network.